way you move.
I like the way you do it. I like the way you do. I like the way you move it. I like the way you move. I like the way you move. I like the way you move. If you want me, want it could if you want.
Hey, hi guys, and welcome to Hot Topics with Jaden O'Neal. I think I need to come up with like a song or something. How are you guys doing today? You know we're back again with another Diddy alert. But today we're going to talk about a little bit more than just Diddy. Today on the program, we're going to talk about Evelyn Lozada and Jennifer Williams and their relationship. And we're going to talk about Shamea and Porsha. I want to delve into friendships, if you will. But first, let's get this Diddy alert out of the way. So today, they took the stand. There was another assistant, Kaplan. I forget his first name. I know his last name was Kaplan. He was just describing, like, you know, his day-to-day routine, how he kind of moved up in the ranking, how he got to be Diddy's like one of the top assistants for Diddy, and he would basically clean up the freak-offs. He said that he would go in, he would set them up, like get the bottles ready, the baby oil, the alcohol, you know, set the scene and everything that he had to do. And then when everything was done, he would go back and clean up. And one of the main things that they were trying to figure out, well, why are you going back to clean up? And he was just like, my boss is like a mogul. Like, I'm not going to leave, like, damaging evidence behind or something like that. So all of that, I went back when they were done and I cleaned the hotel room, or I packed up all the belongings. So basically he did not clean the hotel room, clean it like that. What he went in and did was he removed all the bottles. Maybe there were scattered pills or something of that nature or anything like that. He took all the incriminating evidence, basically, all right? Because if everyone knows, a lot of hotels were charging Diddy after the fact thousands and thousands of dollars to clean the hotel afterwards because the hotel room would be damaged. And unfortunately, that is a thing that just happens. There's no way around it, if you know what I mean. So that was pretty much it on his forefront. They also talked to one of the police officers or Homeland Security or FBI agents that raided the Miami home. And they were talking about what they found in there. They found bottles and bottles and bottles and bottles and bottles of Astroglide. And of course, baby oil. There was a bottle in there that had, there were some bottles in there and some unknown pills that were all type of colors. They said it was clear pills, yellow pills, pink pill, orange pills, even a black pill. What the hell is a black pill? First of all, I'm not taking a black pill. But after they tested everything that they had, it was literally like ketamine, MDMA, meth, cocaine, crystal-like substance. So that's basically probably some type of form of cocaine / crack. That's what this is what they are saying on the stand, guys. It's not me. Meth and crack has truly taken over. When you have a 100 millionaire, almost a billionaire, maybe was a billionaire at one point, having meth, I don't understand, but okay. And they was talking about that. They were talking about how they found cell phones and these Balenciaga boots. And I was like, oh, those boots are cute. And then there was like 15 pair of these high heel platform stripper heels. And they were stripper heels. They weren't like, oh, this is something I wear to a party. No, this is something I put on the edge of the bed. And I, walk to the door and walk back to the bed or to the sofa. We ain't walking far. But these shoes don't leave the house, okay? Or if these shoes do leave the house, they can put on at work, and I walk from the back room to the stage, and that's it. Okay? There were red ones, there were black ones. I think there were a white pair. I think they said it was about 15 of them throughout the house. But yeah, it was eye-opening, and then they started talking about the guns. So this is where some of the other legal stuff is starting to come into play, where they're bringing up the things about the guns and that they were like illegal guns that were being held in the house. And even if you have a license to carry a gun or to conceal a gun or anything like that, there are certain weapons that you just can't have, and an AR-15 is one of them. And apparently there were several of them in the house with no serial numbers. So yeah, that's a big one. But pretty much today was very, very lax when it comes to the actual hearing or the court case itself. It wasn't as flabbergasted. Yeah, it wasn't as eye-opening as the previous days, or like the little things that were coming out of like, oh my God. Because a lot of the stuff we already knew, right? It wasn't like it was a, wow, we didn't know nothing about that. We knew about it. We know about it. It's okay. So yeah, that's pretty much about Diddy today. We're not going to dwell in it for a long time because it is what it is. And I think now the tide is going to start to alter to where we can see where this will go. And what is going to lean towards the defense or lean towards the prosecution. So, friendships. Let's talk about friendships. Friendships are very hard to come by, especially as you get older. You're not in those environments to where your friends are that you normally meet in school and in college and maybe a little bit after college. You meet all these different groups of friends and they become your friends. Now you're working in real life. So your work friends tend to start to become your friends. But then sometimes you're like, this is a little odd. Like, I don't know if I can really be your friend, or we just work friends, or just gonna, like, you know what I mean? But I think it's also key to get to know people, and then you get to know the other people around them, and then you get to know the other people, and then the other people, right? So it's not as if you have to stay besties with the person you work with, but they're in that group, but you may be closer to someone 2 friends removed because you guys hung out and you guys connected or clicked or what have you. So one of the friendships I want to talk about is Evelyn, Lazada, and Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives. Now, we all met them years ago when they were on Basketball Wives Miami. I believe probably like 2010, somewhere around there. And we loved them. Like, they were the 2 besties. Like, you had a bougie one and you had a feisty bougie one, because Evelyn was bougie, and we know Jennifer was bougie, right? And they were besties. They were friends. They known each other for years at that point, even at that point. And then as the show went on, as things transpired, you started to see a rift between them, It was very little, very, very, very subtle, but it would be like, okay, sometimes Jennifer wouldn't agree with what Evelyn was doing. because to me, it was always like Evelyn was in the lead, and Jennifer's more so was like a more laid back and more calm. And she kind of, I'm not going to say she followed Evelyn, but Evelyn was definitely the stronger personality, you know? So looking at it, she always comes as the more dominating one, and Jennifer was the more submissive one. Then there took a turn when their relationship really took a laugh, and I cannot recall the actual reason why, but I felt like it had something to do with Jennifer said something about Evelyn, and then she also said something about Evelyn's daughter. And I'm not going to go into details about what she actually said because Jennifer has denied it, but then Jennifer also said, I may have said some things in anger that I may not recall all that I said because I was angry. But I'm going to apologize for it because if people are saying that that's what I said, then there's a strong possibility that that's what I said. So she owned it. They didn't talk for like a while. They kind of, came back and was like, okay, you are my friend. Like, we've been friends for way too long to just throw this away. Okay. Fast forward years later. Jennifer meets this guy named Christian. Apparently Christian is a con artist and he is stealing all the old people's money. Okay. He is stealing their retirement funds, okay? And I don't know what is happening with him, but this is just what the blogs are saying and what Evelyn is saying. I do not know this to be true because I've never met Christian. So all of this is alleged in what actually is taking place. And what the media is saying. But Evelyn is basically trying to warn Jennifer from dating him and now marrying him because of all the legal stuff that he has with him. And apparently Evelyn has some type of connection with a friend or a former friend or a friend of a friend that has worked with Christian that's trying to get her money back. And it's really, really hard. And I feel like Evelyn has good intentions, but you can't push your friend to do something that they don't want to do. You cannot. It's almost like being in let's say like an abusive relationship. If someone's not ready to leave, no matter how much you fight for them to leave, no matter how much that person beats them or emotionally abuses them, if they're not ready to go, they're not going to go and your friendship will be over. It's not going to be we're still going to be friends after this. It's going to be get the hell out of my face, get out of this. And I'm nowhere saying that Christian is abusive to Jennifer or anything like that. I'm just saying the mindset, you have to look at it that way. Jennifer is in love with this man. Regardless of the bad that he's done, if he's done any bad, or whatever the case may be. To her, he is good to her. That's it. All you can do, Evelyn, is state your piece. Say how you feel. And that's it. You can't keep attacking. You can't keep digging. You can't keep, you need to do this, you need to do that, because now you're going to lose your friend. Again. And maybe some of it's being played up for the show. I don't know. But if this friendship goes on or doesn't go on, it's up to them to really think about it and to try to figure out what is truly important to them. And I wish them the best of luck. Don't forget to watch Basketball Wives on VH1. Real Housewives of Atlanta. Baby. They are... It's becoming good. I'm starting to feel the... Not the old thing, but I'm starting to feel the fire brewing. I'm starting to be like, oh, all right, okay. It's a different cast, a different season. You cannot go back and say, oh my God, it's not like season 8 or 9 or 6 or blah, 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 blah. It is not the same people. We are not in the same time, people. Do you know what they look like on the first 2 seasons of Housewives? Horrible. And now they don't. Even the new ones that come in don't look crazy. So, come on, guys. It's a new time. It's a new day. Let me be quiet because I'm not paying YouTube. But yeah, it's a new time. But Shamea finally joined Housewives as an official peach holder. And that is Porsha's bestie. And by episode 2, I knew something was wrong. It was over. It was over at that point. Porsha, and I have like a back and forth love for Porsha. Like I love Porsha when I love her, and then sometimes it's like, girl, you're wrong. You're being immature. What's going on? And Porsha has been being very immature this whole time. She has been very passive aggressive towards Shamea. To me, that's how I feel. I'm not understanding. If I played a song for a group of friends and my best friend is there, and my best friend shouts out while the song is playing, that's not you. That's so and so. I know what you sound like. You don't sound like that. That's not you. That's so and so. How dare you? How dare you come up and try to ruin my shine? Even if you didn't think it sounded to me, I don't care if I was auto-tuned from here to Nova Scotia. If I'm telling you it's me singing and it's me doing this, then you better sit there and be like, yes, you better do it. And then sometime behind the scene, at another time, later on that night or something, be like, girl, was that really you? And then you tell me how you truly feel about it. And then we can have a discussion. But don't play me in front of people. Then I also didn't like and I know this is going to come off really one-sided towards Porsha, only because the way the show is editing this is just how it's coming across. It's coming across as if Porsha is very passive aggressive. So this is just the vein that I'm gonna have to keep it going, unfortunately, Porsha. So don't be mad at me, Porsha, that your producers and the editors over at Bravo is doing this to you. Okay? She showed up late, severely late, to Shamea's birthday party, right? She did not go to Shamea's wedding, her main wedding. So she had a wedding in Africa, and then she had some other type of ceremony in Atlanta. Porsha tells Shamea the reason why she didn't go to the wedding in Africa was that they were beefing. And Shamea was like, what the hell are you talking about? I didn't know you didn't come to my wedding because we were beefing. But y'all supposedly had a conversation about it. And I think that's where it was like, what the hell, Porsha? Because now you're coming up with something out your ass. Or is this really the truth? Or are you just trying to make something up? Okay. When Shamea kind of vented to the other girl, and I'm sure she probably did, and I feel like you have to be very careful in what you tell people. And I'm not thinking that Shamea said anything hurtful towards Porsha or anything like that. I think it was more so of this is my best friend. I don't know how to talk to her about this issue because I don't want it to blow up or to come across a different way. And I feel like we've all kind of been into where we kind of just shut down and we don't really go in on what we really truly need to talk about to our friend. We kind of just be like, okay. I get it. And you just keep taking it and taking it and taking it. And then you either have a breaking point or you snap. It's going to be one or the other. And Shamea had a breaking point. She was just like, okay, I need to talk to somebody. And she talked to them. And like I said, I do not think that she badmouthed Porsha to Angela and Drew. I think she told to them how she felt at the time about what was transpiring. So if someone brings up an issue, like let's say me and my friend had an issue, right? And we worked it out. Like our issue was, let's say my friend didn't come to my birthday party. We live in the same city. He didn't come to my birthday party. For whatever reason, he didn't come to my birthday party. I'm upset about it. Even though me and him talked about it, and he told me why he didn't come, everything, da-da-da. Okay, that still doesn't change my feelings of what happened. That does not change it. Just because we talked about it, and you told me, oh, this is why I didn't come, this is how I felt. So if someone asks me about it, like another friend or another person be like, hey, why did so-and-so come to your birthday party? Like, I knew they was in town because I saw them the very next day. Like, just little things like that. And you just be like, oh, no, they didn't come, da-da-da. Oh, are you, like, y'all good? Or is it, like, people are going to ask questions. And I'm pretty sure Shamea did not say, F her, she's this person, she's that person, blah, 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 blah. No. And I think the way things may have came back to Porsha was that Shamea was talking bad about her, but none of the girls said that Shamea was talking bad about her. She just said she feel like the friendship is sometimes one-sided. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes one person's going to give 75%, the other person's going to give 25%. Another time, the person that gave 25 is going to be giving you 90, while you maybe only be able to give them 10. It's a give and take. It's a relationship. It's never going to be even all the time. People have lives. Like, these girls now have went from being single, regular, to becoming moms, wives, divorcees, wives again, like building brands, having multiple jobs. Like, they're not the same, and they don't have the same attention span to hang out. Like, I love when I have a friend where I may not have talked to them in months, we may not have hung out in years, but when we see each other, it's almost as if nothing ever happened. Like, there's no hard feelings. It's just that my life is busy, your life is busy. It just happens. So hopefully the ladies will be able to get it together and take their moms out of the equation, because I feel like something happened between the moms, because what I did not know was that the moms were besties at one point. And that's how Porsha and Shamea became friends, and that's how they became so close. So I'm hoping history does not repeat itself, and that they can truly work it out and get and be in a better place. Because that's way too long of a friendship that you had prior to the show to let it go to waste. All right? Well, that's all I got for today, because I have another video that I was supposed to post yesterday or earlier today. I don't know when this video is going to come out, but did the whole video twice. Okay, people, twice I did this video. First time, no sound. Pissed me off, right? Did the video again. Then my MacBook wanted to act dumb and say it's full. So I was like, okay, I will try to get to edit it later on and upload it. I forgot to import the video from one device to the other, or airdrop it, however you want to do. And I forgot about it. And then I'm sitting there trying to do it, and guess what? The MacBook doesn't have the video that I recorded on because I never imported it. Exactly. So, I'm going to work on that tonight. It's already late. I got home super late today. It was traffic. I don't know what is going on in this area, but the traffic has been horrendous the last 2 days. Like, I have to move closer to my job. There's no way I can do this for another year. So, you guys pray for me. Okay? Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, guys. Like, come on. We got to keep this train running. Thank you for all the views. Thank you for supporting me. And tell a friend to tell a friend. And share the video. All right? And comment down below. Tell me, guys, what you want me to talk about. What do you guys want me to do with this channel? Like, I'm open to different ideas. Somebody wants me to do a mukbang. So I'll probably do a mukbang. Probably not this weekend, but in upcoming videos. I gotta time it the right way. But I'm definitely open to it. I'm pretty sure if I do a mukbang, I'm pretty sure you guys want it to be like crabs and shrimp and things of that nature. So I'm gonna have to actually. I'm gonna have to look like a pig. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. I'm gonna have to look like a pig. So, yeah. All right. I'll do the mukbang. I'll figure out the mukbang and what we're gonna talk about. And then hopefully one day I can have a couple of my friends on it. To be on a show or two. I'm trying to talk them into doing it, but I will see how they do. We may gotta do a test run because not everybody's made for the camera, You don't want to go there and be dry and be like, I'm joking, y'all. I'm joking. I love you all. But no, thank you for joining me. And I'm still trying to get used to looking at the camera and not looking at me. Because when I look at me, I look crazy. Because when I'm not looking at me, I'm looking at where the camera is, I'm good. But when I'm looking at me, I look a little wonky. So I'm working on it. Trial and error, guys. Trial and error. But thank you so much for being here. And you guys have a great day. All right? Bye.
I like the way you move.
I like the way you do it. I like the way you do. I like the way you move it. I like the way you move. I like the way you move. I like the way you move. If you want me, it could if you